Hi, I'm Cydney. Again, it's July 25th, 2020, and I'm a vocal coach and a professional singer and actress. And dealing with COVID, um, I haven't really had much opportunity to sing live. All my gigs were canceled. And also with my vocal students. So some of them I'm working with them online. But I want to show an exercise that I think can help all people, whether you sing or not. And I think a lot of people that sing are afraid of making a weird and funny sound that's going to make them feel embarrassed or humiliated. And so that's why sometimes singers really tighten up and they'll start a phrase and then they'll stop because they don't want to make a weird, ugly sound. So I learned an exercise years ago when I used to sing background for Joe Cocker. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm Cydney Wayne Davis, and I have some background with some amazing people. Like Marvin Gaye gave me my first break, and then Ray Charles, and then Barry White, and then Joe Cocker, Diana Ross. I wrote a song for her and sang background on the song, and many others, Stevie Wonder. I've been with Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. from the Fifth Dimension for about 20 years. So I know my stuff. But one thing I know that, especially with novice singers, there's a big fear in making an ugly, funny sound. And you definitely don't want to do that in front of thousands of people. So this is an exercise that will help you get through making weird, ugly sounds and then also finding something that has a quality that would be like music. So we're going to deal with two basic languages. One is the language of noise, and the other is the language of music. So in the language of noise, we have a vocal placement that we call it a vocal fry, that it's almost like the voice is fried and it sounds like this, and you all can do it, but it's like this. Ah. Can you do that? Just go ahead and try that. When I used to sing background with Joe Cocker, the other background singer, name is Maxine. Maxine used to do this all the time. Ah. I was like, why do you keep making that sound? And she said that's how she warmed up. Now me, I'm doing the basic scale, the major scale, and the chromatic scale, and doing all these different little vocalises. But Maxine pretty much did ah on the bus, in the dressing room, ah. And so after a while, I said, well, maybe I should try that. Ah. And I realized, it does kind of massage the vocal cords and kind of relaxes everything. It doesn't hurt my voice, and it does help in just waking up my voice, my vocal cords, so that I can sing. So I created an exercise based on that one. Now everybody just kind of pat your stomach, your abdominal muscles. So we are going to engage our core, or the diaphragm, which is that strong muscle that's right underneath the lungs. And we're going to engage it by really using some pressure with our diaphragm. So we're going to engage by kind of leaning over like you're going to like take a bow, and you kind of round out your back a little bit too. It kind of stretches the lungs. So I'm going to do a vocal fry and just hold it, and then I'm going to go into a little stomach crunch. It's to a little diaphragmatic crunch to support the diaphragm through my core, through my abdominal muscles, and you're going to see that the sound will change. Because by putting that pressure on the abdominal muscles, it causes the breath and the sound waves to find a different placement. And once that sound goes from noise to music, I'm just going to hold that note, okay? I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start with this very ugly sound. I'm going to hit it first. You see that? All I did was just kind of lean forward, that engaged my core, and I went from that noisy sound that was kind of ugly to sound that had a tone, had a musical tone. So I'm going to do the same thing, but a different way. This time, I'm going to tighten up. Well, you can't really see it. I'm going to tighten up my glutes tighten up my butt muscles, my glutes, and I'm going to tilt my pelvic up. And it's going to do the same kind of thing. It's almost like inside my core, I have an inward letter C that's kind of upside down. So the pelvic muscles are tilting up. And again, the back is kind of coming forward a little bit. Well, my front is coming forward, stretching my back. So I'm going to tilt the pelvic up this time by tightening my glutes, tilting my pelvic up. But I'm going to start again with that ugly sound. Let's see what kind of music we can make by just trying a different way of doing the same thing. Okay, adding a little support to my core. Here goes the ugly sound. Ah. Wasn't that fun? So don't be afraid to make some noise. Start with noise and turn it into music. Have a great day.